Real Madrid's academy, La Fabrica, announced itself again this international break when juvenile B midfielder Brian Bugarín produced a moment that reframed the conversation about his potential. In a 2-0 win over River Plate, Bugarín stood over a free kick from a challenging angle and, with the kind of composure coaches dream about, curled a left-footed effort over the wall and into the top corner with surgical precision. The strike was clean and confident and delivered when the match needed a defining moment. What followed was immediate and revealing. Teammates flocked to him. Scouts who had watched the game scribbled new notes, and coaches who had tracked his development in routine sessions now had a vivid, indisputable example of his temperament under pressure. For Xabi Alonso, the architect of Castilla's recent identity, such moments are especially meaningful. Castilla exists to be the bridge between academy graduation and senior football, a place where technical promise is tested against tactical demands and physical reality. Alonso has shown a consistent appetite for promoting players who combine decision-making with technique, and a left-footed midfielder who can deliver set pieces is rare currency. Brian's journey to that moment followed the measured path La Fabrica values: gradual progression through youth groups, steady minutes, and moments of clear improvement rather than height. Still, certain actions accelerate attention, and a perfectly executed free kick in a notable youth fixture does more than win a match. It signals readiness for the next level. Reports that Alvaro Arbeitbieter's shown interest in moving him to juvenile are before Arbeloa's own move to Castilla add context and confirm that internal coaches have long noted his potential. The goal against River Plate did not create potential where none existed. It illuminated skills that had been developing quietly: ball striking, spatial awareness, and the rare calm required to take responsibility in a high-stakes moment. The immediate question becomes practical: what next? The natural progression points toward Castilla, where the tempo is faster, the opponents stronger, and the tactical brief more demanding. If Alonso and his staff decide Brian's strengths can be integrated into a system that prizes midfield control, intelligent pressing, and transitional passing, Castilla would offer the platform to convert singular brilliance into consistent contribution. Yet the path from academy hero to first-team regular is not automatic. Many promising youngsters produce moments that draw applause and headlines, but then face injuries, adaptation struggles, or fierce competition for limited places. The responsible perspective acknowledges both the excitement and the work ahead. Brian must now show that his free kick was not an isolated flourish, but part of a broader pattern of growth: reliable passing range, defensive discipline, positional understanding, and repeated influence on results. For Real Madrid as a club, successful academy promotions matter strategically and culturally. Homegrown midfielders who can perform reduce pressure on the transfer market and reaffirm an identity built around talent identification and coaching excellence. For fans, the narrative is irresistible. La Fabrica once again proving it can produce players who matter at the highest level. For the player himself, the strike against River Plate will live in highlight reels, but what follows, focused training, tactical coaching, resilience to setbacks, and seizing chances at Castilla, will tell the fuller story. In short, Brian Bugarín's curled free kick was not just a goal, it was an invitation to Xabi Alonso to consider a promotion, to Castilla to test a new asset, and to the wider football world to watch closely. Whether that invitation becomes a fast-tracked career or a single memorable moment depends on how Brian responds in the weeks and months ahead. But for now, the academy has a new reason to be proud, and supporters have a new name to follow.